Here are the biggest transfer deals from across the A-Leagues in the last 7 days.
Numbers forward for Tilio, great pace, Tilio deflected, and Tilio scores!
Let's start with the Ninja A-League because Wellington Phoenix have recruited an international striking sensation. They've signed Nepalese captain Sabitra Bandari on a 2-year deal. The 29-year-old joins Wellington having scored a stunning 66 goals in 60 international appearances for Nepal, but that's not all. Known as Samba, the prolific striker seemingly scores goals wherever she plays, having bagged 60 in just 24 matches in the Indian Women's Super League, before then joining French side Guingamp, where she also continued to find the back of the net. Samba will be the replacement for English striker Olivia Ferguson this season and is the latest signing of what's been an impressive off-season recruitment drive from Wellington. Sticking with Wellington though, because they have released defender Zoe McMeekan, while Sydney FC have also farewelled both Lucy Johnson and Brianna Edwards. Meanwhile, in the Isuzu A-League, Wellington Phoenix have also been busy recruiting a striker for their men's side. Forward Efianya Eza has joined the Knicks on a 1-year deal ahead of the upcoming season. The Nigerian flies in from Al Kark Soccer Club in the Iraq Stars League, where he bagged 15 goals last year and also registered 5 assists. Renowned for his ability to burst past opponents and pull the trigger when in and around the box, 26-year-old Eza played in both Nigeria and Libya before scoring goals for fun in Iraq, and now looks set to lead Wellington's attack following the departure of Costa Barbarouses. The Nigerian will link up with his new teammates in the Kiwi capital once he obtains his New Zealand work visa. Big news out of Adelaide United, that is because they have released Zach Clough from the last year of his contract. He has moved to Malaysia to take up a lucrative offer there. A standout performer for the Reds since joining the club in 2021, Clough made 93 appearances for Adelaide and established himself as one of the leading attacking midfielders in the Isuzu UTE A-League. The Englishman featured 27 times last season, scoring an impressive 7 goals whilst also registering 9 assists as Adelaide qualified for the final series. Clough did have a year remaining on his current deal, however both parties agreed to an early termination in order for him to take up an opportunity in Malaysia. Meanwhile, champions Melbourne City have confirmed Socceroos winger Marco Tilio won't be returning for the upcoming season, with reports suggesting he's headed for another loan move in Europe. Despite suffering a serious hamstring injury early in the season, the 23-year-old still shone for City, scoring 5 goals and registering 5 assists in 19 matches as the club went on to defeat rivals Melbourne Victory 1-0 in the grand final. Big news out of Auckland, and Steve Corica's Premiers are now on the lookout for 2 new defenders. After becoming a key part of the defensive unit which helped secure the premiership last season, the Black Knights will now need to find another centre-back after Tommy Smith announced he'd be returning to the UK to spend more time with family. The experienced defender featured 25 times for Steve Corica's side last campaign and was also co-vice captain for the team in what was a record-breaking first season in existence. Not only that, Smith was also voted Hero of the Year by the club's active supporter base, the Port, and will no doubt be sorely missed. Joining Smith in leaving the club is also defender Scott Galloway. The Isuzu A-League champion managed just 4 matches last season due to injury and has also left the club in order to return home to Melbourne to be closer to his family. Transfer news for Macarthur Bulls and their boss Mile Stajovski. Following a series of big-name departures including star Marin Jakalic, the Bulls have added some experience and versatility to their side with the signing of Croatian Šime Gertsan on a 1-year deal. The 31-year-old has played more than 250 games in the Croatian top flight and he can play in multiple positions in the final third. Good news for the Wanderers, experienced campaigner Josh Brillante will be staying in Western Sydney after activating a 1-year extension on his current deal after the midfielder played a certain number of games last season. And finally, Newcastle Jets have a new shot stopper ahead of the Isuzu A-League campaign. That is because they have recruited former Adelaide goalkeeper James Delianov on a 2-year deal. The 25-year-old recently left Cooper's Stadium where he played 14 times last season and is the 4th signing made by new Jets boss Mark Milligan. Delianov is now expected to compete with goalkeeper Noah James for the number 1 jersey at McDonald Jones Stadium following the departure of former Newcastle keeper Ryan Scott. As ever, for a more detailed wrap on all the transfers from both the Isuzu A-League and the Ninja A-League, head to the website. It's aleagues.com.au.